everybody, I am the Complex Man, and this is another episode of I Just Saw. I have to apologize in advance for the duration of how long it took for this video to come out, because I did see this video or the movie that I'm about to tell you about a couple days ago, but it took me a while to upload because I had certain things going on in my life.
Why? Existential crisis stuff.
And a few health issues that I had to deal with. So I do apologize. This will be the second video that you will be seeing from me today because I'm going to be seeing another movie today, which I will follow up with another review on that one for my I Just Saw segment. But today is the Rise of the Beast Transformers movie. I really enjoyed this, actually. This was probably the most fun I've had watching a Transformers movie since the first and the second one with Shia LaBeouf. After the third one, it kind of got a little bit too much stuff going on and too many things trying to be showcased. So it kind of went downhill. I was never disappointed with any of the first three Transformer films, but once Mark Wahlberg got into it, and then like the whole Fallen Knight thing and the Dinobots got involved, I kind of veered away. It just seemed like too much was going on and too many things that were reoccurring, and there was no creativity or no originality anymore. But this one was really good. But having said that, there are always things to be critiqued and always things that people want to see more of or are just going to talk about in general. So some of those things are the focal point on the antagonists that, as far as I know, a lot of the stuff in the source material for this movie should have been from the Beast Wars franchise animated show and cartoon. So when they chose to basically just use bits and pieces, and when I say bits and pieces, I mean just small segments from the wide variety of material that they had that they could have used to utilize in putting the Maximals and the Predacons into this film, it really shows just how much they didn't want to use. So they don't mention the Predacons at all in this. Instead, they use another faction called the Terracons, which I never heard of. They make no appearance in the Beast Wars show, and I was left clueless on that. Alongside with the main leader, the antagonist, and that is the villain called Scourge, which I've never heard of before. So you have those two elements that had nothing to do with the series. Then you have the Maximals themselves, which I already addressed in my Beast Wars review of the series, that they are really large in scale. They are almost, if not as big or bigger than the Autobots, which is not supposed to be how it is. With everything that went on and that I explain um, in the Beast Wars animated show review that I did, they're supposed to be a upgraded, smaller version of the Autobots, which tower over them. So I said this in the review, and I still stand by it. I wish that they would have just made a Beast Wars Transformers movie, given them their debut, let them do everything right according to the source material for the series, and just put it into a film format. And then later on, after it was successful, because of course it would be successful, that show had a huge following, so I don't know why it would fail. After it became successful, then they introduced the crossover between the Autobots and the Maximals. But they didn't do that because of reasons, but it was still really good. The other thing that I didn't like about it was they didn't show the Maximals in their robot forms for very long. Pretty much everything that you see in the trailers of them transforming into their robot modes is just about everything that they show in the actual movie. So I was kind of let down by that because I wanted to see more of them in action. But when they finally do it, they're kind of like put in this giant battle sequence, and everything else they is just canceled out because of everything that's going on. So I was kind of disappointed with that. I hope we see more of them in the future because I really liked seeing the characters. Um, I would have wished that they actually looked like organic animals instead of robotic animals, but still good. And then, of course, the main villain of this movie is another Galactus type character in Fantastic Four, Rise of the Silver Surfer. They kind of made the character whose name is Unicron. I believe he did make an appearance in the Beast Wars show. I'll try to add an image if I am correct. I will add an image. And the way that they portrayed him was very similar to Galactus in the second Fantastic Four movie because they show his eyes, and yes, he has planetary size and all that kind of stuff, and eats planets and all that kind of stuff. But um, the a lot of people were upset when they saw the second Fantastic Four movie and realized that Galactus was portrayed by just a giant cloud. Um, they give you a little bit of a taste, like you think he's going to look the way he does in the comics by showing like a clip of his silhouette being shown on like a planet in space, but then it's really just to be very blunt. And Unicron kind of had that same feel. So when I was seeing him, it just gave me that same feeling that I was just a little let down the same way I was when I saw the second Fantastic Four movie. So all in all, this movie was very enjoyable, though. I definitely suggest going to see it. It is still out in theaters. It'll probably be out for another like 3 or 4 weeks. It probably is going to be overshadowed with the Flash movie that is going to be releasing this week. So we'll see how it does. I really enjoyed it. This was the most fun that I've had in a while at the theater. This is the second movie that I saw that I really enjoyed. The first one was Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. So I hope that all the other movies that I put on this segment will share that same characteristic and will definitely be highly suggested, by me, and that it's just really enjoyable and it's just a good time. I miss those experiences at the theater because a lot of the time, um, these days, Hollywood just wants to push agendas and they focus more about like making sure everybody's showcased and people are being seen and all this kind of stuff instead of just making a good movie. So this was another one of those good movies. You don't have to worry about seeing anything that is just too over the top. You don't have to worry about any wokeness because, as far as I'm concerned, I didn't really see anything or nothing really jumped out at me. And there is a special reveal at the very end, so make sure to stay at the end. I don't think it's at the very end of the credits. It's a post-credit scene, so just make sure you stay tuned and don't miss this pretty big reveal because it is pretty huge. It is a Hasbro uh, reference to, I guess this was something that was in discussion. Some people might have known that this was coming. I hope that by the time this comes out, that nobody's already revealed it, because if they do, shame on them. Because you definitely want to see this and be surprised as I was when I first saw it. But that is going to be my review for this episode 2 of I Just Saw for Transformers Rise of the Beast. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, please do subscribe, like, and ring the notification bell. I will try to put out more videos, but as I have stated in a lot of my other videos recently, I'm focusing on my weight loss goals and trying to better myself, better my health, and trying to traverse the road of fitness. So if you have not seen my other channel, Man vs. Reality Fitness, I will be documenting my entire journey through my weight loss process. Excuse me. So I will see you then, hopefully, and expect another video later today for the next movie that I'll be watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Have a great day.